The conversation, stop it. 7 continents, name them. No, don't look at the ceiling. 7 continents.
No.
China is a nation.
Antarctica.
No, stop. Let them name. This is a demonstration. Pay close attention to this, because this is what I'm telling you. This is what I need you honestly to really get. What you're demonstrating is what I'm trying to give you in the conversation past week and today. And trusting that you'll get what I'm saying to you. All law is specific. As soon as you're outside the law, they can seize you. Because ignorance of the law is no excuse. And the law begins with you. Islam. I, self, law, and master. And if you don't know yourself, you can't know law. Let's not get emotional with this. We're only here to try to bring the law back to the people. But if you don't absorb it, don't worry, we're going to try to make sure you have it. But please do never, ever get defensive when we challenge what you say. It's only an opportunity to teach. 7 continents, 2 of the 7 continents are America. As a matter of fact, America is the only of the continents that come from the northern hemisphere of the universe, across the celestial equator, and even into the southern hemisphere of the universe. And it has multiple jurisdictions, and it has a isthmus and a multiplicity of islands, and all of them are America. Now, when you, under Roman occupied information or misinformation, think that America's a country, already you're under the sorcery and don't even know fundamental geography. Understand that's a training. They have jurisdiction over your person. So if you don't understand that, you can't be talking about some possessions that you secured in this territory when you don't even know the geography. Particularly, you don't even know, therefore, the political jurisdiction. Therefore, you cannot call the law or any treaties on the planet to your defense of your person and your property. If you don't understand that, get that together real quick. Then we'll start discussing other things. So to that point, and it's not that I'm dismissing anything that you're saying, I recognize that's a waste of time. I need for you to recognize it, and I'm doing my best to make you understand it, that a foundation must be there before we can discuss you securing a damn thing. But I need for you not to accept that from me. I need for you to understand the sequence that I presented to you lawfully, and for you to examine it and see your failure. Now, what you asked me earlier about the tax thing, let me explain to you. You see that great seal, and you notice that the eye is connected, right? Right? On the dollar bill, you'll see it's disconnected, right? But here it's connected. So that Northwest Africa or Mexum. Northwest Africa or Mexum. Southwest Africa or Mexum. That includes the islands. Do you understand? Now, this is basically for the masses and Masonic secrets. Right? Now you know. If you don't know that and you're talking about securing anything here, don't worry, you ain't securing nothing, because you're property. And property can't own property. Now, let me explain to you so you'll understand. And matter of fact, what I want to do, I'm glad you mentioned it to me, because I'm going to bring the certificate that I used when I gave them this number that you see right there, right? Which you also see here when I go to the depot, and you see those 2 numbers, and you'll see designation, status, password, treaties. All right. So when they're writing off the taxes, not because I'm a house doctor. This has nothing to do with business. It has to do with my status, which means it's not tax exempt, even though they're saying tax exempt. It's that it doesn't apply to me. It's only tax exempt for their paperwork, because a lot of their clerks look like you and me and don't know that this right belongs to them, and they don't want them to learn this. Knowing that if I talk to them, most of them wouldn't understand it anyway. Go over there, well, what religion you in? And it ain't got a daggone thing to do with religion. Well, what is the taxes in the IRS? You're not, your number that you, no. When do you feel it? It's no, I don't deal with the IRS. It's not relevant. I'm not disrespecting them. We're two different jurisdictions. You understand? Their job is to take care of Rome's property. You understand? And Negroes, blacks, and colors are Rome property. But this right actually belongs to these same people. But since they want to serve Rome, they pay Rome. Since they want to use Roman names, well, they got paid tax for that. Since they want to vote with Romans' names, every 20 years, the CEO of this corporation has to sign bills for them to vote. Because since they're using Romans' names, they're taxable. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why they can only vote under the 14th Amendment, which is a corporate entity, as Negroes, which is corporation property. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, they don't know it's law, but it applies to them. Now, I want you to, as a matter of fact, come over here, because since you asked a question, put that just down for a minute, and I want you to read this. I want you to read this.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
I'm not recall about it. There's a church called St. Benedict the Moor.
Yeah.
And I punched it in. He said he was whatever he was, this great man, but had no connection to the illustrious past of the Moors.
Yes.
That's what it said.
Read this. Read this. Read this. Excuse me. Read that to the camera.
Consolidated, codified, set forth, and published in 1935 in the 159th year of the Republic, with ancillaries and index. Note: treatise and commentary Brother Tashjuri Bey, Moor's Order of the Round Table, for instructional purposes only. Charles Mosley Bey, PhD, LLD, a 3rd and 33rd and 360-degree Mason, free Moorish master, astrologer, and Moorish constitution lawgiver in Somni, has copyright certified and registered in the United States Department of Justice under Truth of Liberty of Justice Copyright Office with reveal at law the conditions of intercourse between the indigenous Moors and the occupational European nations with whom the Moors have treaties. This affirms the pre-existing status of the Moors in all matters interchange, commerce, and law in the European side of the nation. The specific copyright certificate of note, Clock of Destiny, Moorish American National Card of Identification and Zodiac Constitution has registered number AA22-141 Class A. This number is referred to the Code of the Laws of the United States of America of a general and permanent character in force January 3rd, 1935, 1934th edition, Title 22, Chapter 2, Section 141, Title 22, Foreign Relations and Intercourse, page 954, Chapter 2, Consular Courts, Section 141, Judicial Authority generally to carry to fully effect the provision of the treaties of the United States.
Now you see the treaty, password treaty. Now, I want you to look at this. Read. I'm going to be ready right after this. Read this.
CMBA's copyright certificate AA22-141 refers to Title 22, Foreign Relations and Intercourse, page 954, Chapter 2, Consular Courts, Section 141, Judicial Authority generally to carry into full effect the provision of treaties of the United States with certain foreign countries, the ministers and consuls of the United States in China, Simeon, Turkey, Morocco, Muscat, Abyssinia, Persia, and the territories formerly a part of the former Ottoman Empire, including Egypt.
Exactly, that's the capital of the empire. And Morocco, you see it's emphasized there?
Yes.
All right.
Duly appointed to reside therein, shall, in addition to other powers and duties imposed upon them respectively by the provision of such treaties, respectfully be invested with judicial authority described in this chapter, which shall appertain the office of ministers and consuls, and be a part of the duties belonging thereto, wherein so far as the same is allowed by treaty and in accordance with the usage of the countries of their intercourse with the Franks of other foreign Christian nations.
All right, the foreign Christian nations includes all the European nations. Where you think that you're standing? On the Moroccan Empire, and they're foreign Christians. And this is how you're supposed to be dealing with them. Do you understand? And this is what we're trying to tell. And this is another thing, brother.
What's the name of that book?
This is another thing that you see some people talking about CMB, Clocks of Destiny, ain't telling people that part. Because the power already belongs to you. It can't be sold to you.
What's the name of that book, brother?
What's the name of that law?
This is... Huh? That's the enforcement, that's the United States Code of Law of a permanent general and permanent character, i.e. that's enforcing birthright. And this is what I was talking about, Red Pill, when I was saying, you know, rather than be debating with the brothers, I want the brothers from the Panthers to know this, because the brothers from the Panthers are really down. See, because they got the strength, they got the power, they got the determination, but they need some more of the law. You know, that's why the brothers was enforcing their right to bear arms, but they can't as black, they can as Moors.
No doubt.
And we're going to give them the other side the law, because they want to carry it out, because they've been dealing anyhow. We're going to empower them.
All right,
family, red dot, give me that red pill, brother, because we're going down the elevator. Thanks for the red pill, because I'm taking that red pill. Close these doors, because we're going to see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Oh, it's deep. You already know.